How did we end up in prison?
You need to take accountability. We're not even a minute in and you started.
Hey girlfriends.
And the man named Sugar.
Welcome back.
So serious. Anyway, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Today's topic is navigating heartbreak with your friends.
Okay.
No, navigating a friend's heartbreak.
Okay.
How to be there for your friend when they're going through heartbreak.
So as you know, this channel is about friendships, right? So when your friends are going through heartbreak or something that has happened in their life based on their relationships, what do? Oh, how are you there for them, right? Do they allow you to be there for them?
Another angle.
Whatever, guys. Whatever.
We didn't even say anything.
Because I know what you guys are trying. Like, you guys are trying it anyway. We're not even a minute in and you started. Anyway.
That was definitely guilty conscience.
Yeah.
No, there's no guilt over here. Anyway.
I know what she's talking about.
Anywho.
Okay, so have you guys gone through anything? Obviously, like,
Have you?
Yeah, as in, you've
I've
never
never
had people
been
in this world that have never been
heartbroken
heartbroken. Do you know who I find that?
What did you say?
She's never been heartbroken before. You can
I
see
love
she's
that for
giggling.
her.
Yeah, see the fact she's laughing.
I'm a new person. I don't know that old girl.
Yeah, because that could get deleted, like Drea said.
Your whole can be deleted.
Your wholeness can get deleted.
Silly
Every
girl.
year? Was it every year?
Is it every year or every 4 years? She gave a
It's
particular
not the Olympics.
every presidential year, and you'd be like, but which country or which continent? Because every.
Have you been heartbroken, Asha?
You know, back in my time. I feel like, yeah, I have been heartbroken.
She has been heartbroken,
Yeah.
and we did help her go through it.
What?
And we made her see sense.
Were you heartbroken
Oh,
then?
nah,
Yes,
I
she
was
was.
heartbroken. I was pissed. Difference.
You were.
I wasn't heartbroken. I was like, I can't believe this.
You know when people lie?
No, I think I'm more in disbelief because I didn't cry. If I cried, then I would have been heartbroken. I feel like no,
You
because
didn't cry.
no, I didn't. I was pissed. I was upset. Like what? I was pissed off. Like how?
You didn't cry once.
I didn't cry once, and this is why I feel like it wasn't a heartbreak because I just thought
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I've
if
gone
it
past.
was a heartbreak.
Yeah, like does it make
I don't
sense
think
that-
it was a heartbreak because it was at the beginning.
Yeah,
So
there was
there
nothing for
wouldn't-
me to cry about.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Do you
think
know
she
what I
was
mean?
heartbroken. I
Yeah,
think she was
I was
pissed.
pissed, and I was just like,
And
how
she
dare
was
you? Livid.
she was in love with him.
Oh, so it was
Like-
deep enough for her to be in love with you,
Yeah,
but not deep enough for it
infatuated.
to be heartbreak.
Yeah. And
Okay,
I
maybe you-
also
Mm,
no,
okay.
guys. I feel like I've been through heartbreak. So as I got older, I've navigated it in a way where nothing can make me feel that bottom again, like that low again.
Yeah,
if that
yeah.
makes sense.
Mm.
I feel like you go through heartbreak. Not every breakup you go through is going to be a heartbreak. Does that make sense? I've landed
You've actually spoken sense today. That I can agree with.
today.
That I agree with.
Give me the group. Cut the cameras. Dead ass.
For real. That I agree with.
Cut the
Do you
cameras.
feel like that? You're like
Yeah.
moving forward. Never.
I don't think that was a heartbreak.
Okay. Fair.
Wait. What? Okay. Maybe that's why you were like, "Ugh, anyways, I'm off.
100%.
Done deal. Because you've been through heartbreak.
Yeah.
before. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like when I did go through a heartbreak, I said to myself, I will never. Maybe that's why I have that thing in my mind where I'm like always be on, not on guard, but always have something for yourself so that you never have to go through that low ever again.
Yeah, absolutely.
If that makes sense, because I learned the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when it happened then, oh my god, I locked myself in my house. I was living alone, my one bedroom, locked myself, closed all the curtains, switched all the lights
In
off.
Kennington.
Yeah, Kennington, South London. Anyways, closed all the curtains, closed the doors, and I sat in the dark and cried for hours.
Oh wow, you
When
must
I
have had a
say
headache.
hours, it was hours.
What a moist sheet, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like when I deep it now, I can still see myself on that floor.
Gee, not the floor.
I got, you know when you're in the bathroom and you're like on the wall of the bathroom like
Like how it is in movies.
Yeah. I sat
Nah, it'd be mad
bed.
though.
Yeah, you can be so dramatic in the Heartbreak season.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, because when you deep it, you think.
So what? You didn't cry?
You didn't go
I
down on the
did.
floor.
No.
Oh, I went down slowly. I was like, in the bed
Not
frame.
against the wall. I said, ah,
Like
I
in an
sat on the
R&B
floor.
music video. I don't
No,
understand. Were you in the shower
I
as
don't
well?
care. What I was feeling then, I can never feel again.
I hear it.
Never
I hear it. I
feel
hear
again.
it. I hear
You
it.
can only go through it once.
In
Shah.
the, yeah, and then I looked at my wrist,
Look, guys.
and then this is me.
Nah. You're like, nah, not quite that deep.
In this life. I enjoy it too much. You know when you enjoy life so much.
I'm a bit concerned.
No, because I was so upset and like I was so young. I wouldn't say too young, but I was just like, I don't know what to do with myself because I was so wrapped up into this person
Yeah.
and who we were as a couple, and I was just like, this is why like even like posting online, guys, like my relationships, I'll post up maybe a birthday or like we're having dinner and
Yeah,
stuff,
but
but I
not
would
day to
never.
day.
Yeah, because I used to be that girl that would
Is
do.
it?
Bro, I had to delete my whole Instagram account.
This is how to rebrand.
To become a new person. Oh, Jesus. I'm focused on my career only.
Oh, that's what birthday chart Asha. Oh my days.
No, I was like, never again. No one's
Nah,
taking
for
me
real.
off this course I'm on. Only God will direct me.
You know she absolutely said that as well.
Well, yeah, man. But never again. And I feel like I went through it by myself just based on the fact that I don't like to tell people what I'm going through.
Wait, were you in Portland?
Yeah. It was at the beginning of Portland, and that's when Portland was being mad as well. Like, we feel like what's again? And I was just like, oh, please.
What do you want from me?
Isn't it enough that I'm showing up 5 days a week,
Like,
9 to 5?
oh
The
jeez.
heck. But yeah,
I swear we were at 96.
yeah, it was 96. Like
That's
full day.
disgusting.
And then I feel like I went through that myself just because I didn't want to share anything until I knew I was okay. Like I said, looking at my wrist, that's a big, you know. But I didn't want to put that on to anyone until I knew exactly like, oh, I was fine and I can now speak on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't have a lot of the, but my friends were in contact with him, so a lot of the time he'd be like, oh, tell her I miss her, tell her
Shut
you know,
up.
tell her I love her, and I'd be like, she's the tea to my coffee and the sugar to my, I'd be like, ew, like no, bro, step back,
Yeah.
disgusting you. But but yeah, that was my experience.
So you went through it alone
Until I
You were
was
strong
ready
enough.
and strong enough to handle it, because I just didn't want to cry on my friends, or I just wasn't too sure. Maybe I was embarrassed.
That's
That's
the
another
thing.
thing.
Yeah,
That's
I just
definitely
don't know what it was, but I was just like, I just want to deal with it myself. Because it even got to a part where, you know, when you're telling your parents that, yeah, you're always home, blah blah, but really and truly, you're always at that person's house, and you're
Yeah.
technically like living together. And when I knew fully like I shouldn't, and I'm not allowed to.
Yeah.
That also, like my parents taught me better. So what was I doing? But yeah,
A lot of people can relate to that. Me. What about me?
What was the question?
Yeah,
How would you
Heartbreak.
navigate?
How did you
had friends?
navigate it like at the time? Was it with friends or by yourself like Asha?
By myself.
Mhm.
No one cared.
What do you mean? People cared. You just probably thought they didn't.
No, people care, but what is that caring gonna do?
It won't stop the hurt. It does not stop the hurt.
Do you understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're
Think
still
about it when
gonna feel
you were looking at your wrist. What could
God, I would never.
what could the facts could have done to console you in that moment? Nothing. She probably would have irritated you.
She would have told me, let's go. Put your shoes on, let's go. Like,
And she probably
okay.
would have irritated you in that
Yeah.
moment.
But sometimes you need
You need to.
the support.
You
You
need
to
the
talk to
support.
people.
I do have a friend that went through a really bad breakup, and she came and stayed with me, and we didn't have to speak on it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or we didn't even have to be like, how are you feeling? What's going on? It was literally, I'm here, she's there. I wake up, she wakes up, breakfast, we go to work, come back.
Yeah, it's
You're
just
right.
like the
The
presence.
company, the presence, and I understand that part, and I feel like I probably should have used that route.
Yeah.
Like I needed people around me, but I just didn't want people to ask me
Yeah,
how
you
I'm
didn't want to talk
feeling.
about
I
it.
didn't want to talk about it. But when she went through her heartbreak, we literally lived in the same house or space for like 2-3 weeks. She literally just said, Ash, I'm bringing my bag, I'm coming over. I don't know how long I'll stay, but I just, yeah. And I was like, no problem, do what you need to do. I'm never here, I'm out. I'm always at work anyways. And she was like, yeah, and that was it. And we respected each other based on, if you want to talk to me. If you don't want to talk, we're good. So I feel like I should have used that route.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah.
People's presence definitely helps.
Yeah. Is that from experience or just in general?
Yeah, I think, well, yeah, personally speaking, I guess just because of like my type of like personality, sometimes like you do want to be by yourself, you just want to be quiet and not talk about it, but other times you need people there. Like,
absolutely. But do you think that has changed just based on everything that's happened over like the decades in terms of like mental health and checking in on people, not letting people suffer by themselves? Because back then it could have been like, actually maybe they want to be left alone. Now it's like, actually,
I guess everyone's getting a bit more emotionally like aware and trying to be better, be more emotionally available as well.
Yeah.
You need to speak up.
I guess now is that I'm not doing that. But yeah, it's like I sometimes feel like back in the days, like for example when you went through what you went through, that would have been like 10 years ago or something. People were not talking about feelings, emotional, and being there for each other and how important it is. Whereas now, everyone's in your business. Your friends, your Bumper Club business.
Yeah. So have you been there to navigate? Well, you said it. Have you been there to navigate a friend's breakup? And how, when it came to your breakup, how did people help you navigate it? And did they help you navigate it the way you wanted them to?
Okay, that's a good one. Sorry. Have you been there? Has a friend been there? And also, would you do the same? Would you navigate it the same way, or
did they navigate it the way you wanted them to? Like.
Or were they? Yeah, because you could literally feel like, I like how you guys are checking in, or I just don't like the fact that you're always asking me for stay away.
Okay, so which one am I answering first?
Have you been through it, or has a friend been through it, or you've helped them go through it?
Yes, and yes. I think the last time I went through it with a friend, it was kind of like, it was her decision. And it was kind of a long overdue decision. So it wasn't really too much of a heartbreak. It was just a breakup, which was difficult, and obviously like was traumatic in that she had been through it a lot with the person, and obviously that happens when you're with someone that like doesn't deserve you, right, or just isn't right. So it was. I think with that, it was just definitely like being there and just letting her know that, you know, they're here to talk about it and to support you. And obviously after a breakup is when you can really talk about the things that you didn't
say what you really wanted to say.
Exactly. Now
you're
you can really
the other
open
person
up.
Before,
yeah, because women, we do that a lot. We do that so much. So she was definitely able to open up more. But I really admire how she actually dealt with her breakup, because she faced it head on. She didn't try to just like distract herself. She sought like professional help. Like she went to therapy, and she just went about it in a really like mature way. And she knew that she needed to heal. She knew that she needed to offload. So she was open with us. She was obviously open with her therapist as well. And she also like did other things. Like she went on holidays and just like she got herself like just back to being her. And it's so amazing because like within like the year, like it was like a transformation of her like really blossoming. So that was nice to see. And when I went through the pits,
She's actually not being dramatic. This is the one time I'll be like, you're not being dramatic. The one time.
She's gonna start shouting.
The ghetto.
The absolute ghetto of the ghetto. I think my friends definitely rallied round, think they almost had no choice, child, because it was incredibly difficult, and because I think they know me, like I'm an emotional person, so it wasn't a case of, oh, she doesn't want to talk about it. I guess there's some times where you're drained and don't want to talk about it, but I'm the type that likes to express themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely like, you know, where the heavy, and not just even my friends, my family as well. Like even my aunties and uncles calling me like, "I'm proud of you," like it will be fine type of thing. Like everyone definitely rallied round, and I definitely needed all the strength. And the thing is, even though I'm emotional, I'm also a very strong person. Like I'm strong in my mind.
Yeah.
So even though it's very hard, I know ultimately like that person is not the be all and end all, and life goes on. It's just having to get through. That's hella hard and hella ghetto. But yeah, you guys were there, definitely still there. Yeah, my friends were riders. Even Madame, that's not emotional.
Madame was the biggest rider.
She had to.
Honestly.
She had to tap in.
She tapped in very well as well, because
she handled it very.
If you
very
left
well.
it to me. Anyways.
Yeah, like Tosin's probably the best kind of person to have at that time, because she's like emotionally mature, but she's also very calm, very level-headed. So she'll give you sound advice, and she'll deal with all parties in a like mature way. She's not like overly emotional or irrational. She won't like just act out. You know, some friends you can't tell them too many things because they will go on a rampage. But Tosin
they will fight your fight. They will
and add wahala to it.
How did we end up in prison?
Yeah, like how did we get here? Now ghetto is ghetto west. Yeah, but she's very measured, which was good. And we were basically on holiday, so it kind of ruined it. And she actually just took it in her stride, to be honest. And I'm very grateful for that, because a lot of friends would just be like, what the hell?
See, I'm not all that bad.
We don't say you're bad.
You guys make it seem like I'm the worst.
No, we do not.
You have your strengths. We might sit down and chat shit. But you have your strengths.
Absolutely, it's necessary. So yeah, heartbreak is horrible and disgusting, but
it can change you.
Yeah, it can change.
It could turn you into like a black kind of like.
Yeah.
But then it can also change if you reflect. A lot of times, I feel like when people go through breakups, they're very that person, they did this, but you need to take accountability and also think. I allowed this person, especially if it's like something that was like an ongoing thing. I allowed this person,
as a parent,
to do this to me. Why did I allow them to do it to me? And once you question yourself, you have to take responsibility. I allowed this person to do this to me, so I have to take ownership of it. I can't just blame that person, because if I didn't allow it, it wouldn't have happened.
Even in the worst situations where like you're very far from the blame, there's always a learning. There's always a learning. There's always a lesson. It's like, did I need to be more observant? Were there areas where I ignored it or I made excuses for it?
Did I settle? Did I be in that situation in the first place?
Yeah. Did I like let my boundaries be? Yeah, exactly. So there's always lessons, and
if those red flags were red, did I turn them orange and green?
Yeah,
you do that a lot.
Were there areas I needed to be realistic, and I wasn't? I was too idealistic. So there's always learning. So yeah, heartbreak can change you. I guess you determine like how it changes you, and it's a process as well, isn't it? I feel like I'm still in the process, like of who the new me is.
New season, new version, new you.
Yeah.
And when the new person comes, you'll be ready based on what you've learned and who you are and what you can tolerate and what you cannot tolerate.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm definitely at that point. I know what I can tolerate and what I can't tolerate, and what I will not tolerate.
I remember when you used to tell me like, "You're such a lover girl. Valentine's Day is flowers. Stop it." And I'm just like, I like what I like, and I want what I want. And she's like, "Stop it." But then equally, you don't like any of that soppy shit. Excuse my French. But then equally said, to be honest, maybe I did extend that arm of grace of not getting those things or receiving that, because that's not my love language yet. To be honest, if I'm your woman, I need to see, or you need to just
Yeah,
Just because I don't like flowers doesn't mean you don't buy flowers.
that's true. Yeah, it's definitely not my love language, those kind
Yeah.
of things, but still do it.
Mm.
Just because I don't want to do stuff or just hold hands doesn't mean that me and you should spend time together. Like stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
But do you guys, when you navigate like a breakup with friends, and there are friends that will bleed on everyone and place blame, there are others that would change completely and become this new version of themselves, and you kind of, do you let that happen? Do you let it kind of like, am I going to let this spiral out of control, or am I going to stop it and say, look, hey, you're bleeding on everyone, or hey, you're making a mess out of your life based on what you're going through?
I haven't really had someone that's done that before. Like, been close enough to someone, and if I did, I'll tell them.
Yeah, you nip it in the bud.
I'll nip it in the bud. Like, how are you going to give this person
The power.
Like, for your situation, I was just like, come on, time's
Yeah.
up.
Literally,
Can't be upset
okay, you
anymore.
cried,
You
so
cried,
ready.
you got upset, like, you got to keep it moving. This
She was
person's living their life. Like,
Tammy was like, but I'm not ready.
she didn't say that.
Not like that, but she's like, but just give me a minute.
No,
like,
I'm just saying, like, it's very, very hard. What I was trying to say is, like,
It's
you
not as
guys
easy
know
as-
me. You know I don't want to be
in this
in
situation.
this. I don't want to be feeling
Yeah.
like this. It's just very, very hard.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And you kept yourself busy and you kept going, and there were times where
Yeah.
like, I actually don't want to do anything today, just leave me alone, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah. I mean, throughout, I kept it pushing.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You know, some days were just harder than others. I will never ever quit. I'll never ever quit on myself. Because nobody's worth that. But yeah, it was just like, guys, it's very, very hard. You know, because obviously when your friends are like,
Yeah.
it's tough to receive in a way. You get why they're saying it, and you even agree, but it's just like, I'm trying.
Yeah.
So was it tough for you to receive it when we sat you down?
It wasn't tough to receive it. It was just, it was emotional. It made me emotional because it was just like, because I don't like to be sad. I really don't. I want to be just happy and have a peaceful life. So it was just like,
yeah. I don't think
I'm
you were expecting
trying.
to be that vulnerable or that sad within the situation. I
Yeah.
don't know. It was like
Or
a
maybe-
shock.
yeah, and yes, and also because I was just doing my normal, like just trying to like get through the day as I usually do.
Yeah.
So when it was kind of like, yeah, you're kind of wallowing a little bit. It's like, I'm trying type of thing.
I remember one thing Tussin said where she was like, you look sad on your pictures.
Yeah.
And that literally made you feel like, what? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying my hardest
Yeah.
to
No,
show
but it wasn't me that said it.
Oh, who was it? Something
My
else.
cousin said it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Darius said, she was like,
Yeah.
oh, what is she okay? She looks sad in her pictures.
But my cousin
literally-
notices stuff like that though.
Yeah.
Even with like random, like the most random
Oh, tell her to
person.
go on my page and figure me out.
It's not a psychic.
Innit?
But yeah, it was literally that you were like, I actually tried and I took that picture smiling. What are you on about?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then you
it's
started
just
to
hard.
clock that even being on holiday, you were kind of like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you clocked it, you're like, it's my friend's birthday and I'm still in a different zone or
Yeah,
world.
definitely like
Yeah.
just zoning out a little bit. Yeah, phew, child.
We had to fast and pray
Oh,
Yeah.
together.
we had to fight because our girl was actually, you were literally like, guys, I don't know what has happened or what I've
Yeah.
done wrong or why I'll be going through something like this.
Yeah, it was just deep.
And for us, it was like, no, things like this do happen, babe. I think
Yeah.
we were more like, things like this happen. Like,
Yeah.
you're not exempt. I remember you
Yeah.
thinking, I know I'm not, but why do I have to? Like, why does this have to happen to me?
This falls into her soft life
yeah.
era.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah,
does.
this
Her
is-
personality. Yeah, like, I'm good. I'm a good person. I don't do bad things to
everything's
people.
gonna
So
come easy,
why?
everything's gonna be smooth sailing.
Whereas
just
for
like in
us,
the
we're like,
fairy
babe,
tales. It's like,
yeah.
this is real
Yeah,
life.
it's okay. People will do
Yeah.
you wrong even when you've done them good. And, yeah.
Mm. And I think that's like, that was part of the thing for me. That was part of what was difficult to accept. Like,
Me?
not even me. Like, is this what life is like? Like,
Welcome to was that your initiation to adulthood?
low key, it was like raw. Like, what life? Like, I think I was very idealistic. Like, I honestly did feel like, you're a good person, you associate with good people, and those people will be good.
Yeah.
That was just it. Like, I've never been the kind of girl that likes bad guys. You know when girls are like, oh yeah,
Bad boys,
I want a good bad boy. Never.
I'm not interested.
Never.
I want the good, straight kind of guy.
Literally. So it's just like, so you need to tell me that you'll do everything supposedly right,
As you're supposed to, and then
it will just, to this extent. Oh, I said, wow, I'm not ready for this life. I'm not ready. But on reflection, clearly I needed that.
The wake up call.
Yeah.
I needed a wake up call. Like, I needed a lesson. Like, dude, that is not reality.
Yeah.
You need to be realistic. And there's definitely a lot of lessons that I've learned, that even though I pray to God that I will fully be able to trust someone again, there has to still be that level of
realism.
anything can happen.
Yeah.
And you have to be enough for yourself to stand strong for yourself. You know, like anything can happen at any time.
I feel like it's not gonna happen. God forbid.
God forbid.
If something like that were to happen, in terms of if someone were to let you down again, you literally go, oh, okay.
It will never hurt.
It won't hurt as much as it did.
Yeah, agreed.
You're literally
and you
like,
can set yourself a deadline and be like, I'm gonna get over it.
Yeah,
literally.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Literally.
I think you gave yourself 6 weeks. No,
6 weeks.
6 days, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like 3-6 days.
Yeah. And then we were like, don't you need more time, babe?
Yeah.
She said no. We're like, don't you need closure? She said no.
No.
I hear it, guys. It's definitely takes some time to understand that, but you can give yourself closure.
And
You're the sort of person, you were saying you want closure. I'm like, what
and
does
she was
closure
like,
do?
what is closure? And I was like, let her have closure.
But what does closure do?
I was like, it helps. It helps for you to tell the person how, because there are moments in life where you have to apologize to yourself because the other people are just rubbish and they just don't get it.
So you apologize to yourself, that's your closure.
Yeah,
you can't
but
rely on
in
someone
this
else for
instance,
closure.
In this
When
particular
there's a lot,
predicament,
what it is when there's a lot of questions.
I need answers.
You don't need answers, you keep it pushing.
Well,
Because the answers that you would
You're not
they're
gonna
probably
get-
lies
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah, you won't get what you need.
You won't get
Yeah.
what you need.
But I think she
realised
needed
that.
to take. I think she needed to take that. Was it maybe it was anger, or I just need to tell you about yourself and what you did to me that you did not understand, or every time I speak to you, I'm hearing you rather than you hearing what I'm going through. Or what
I
I
think
went
there were
through.
just too many elements that I didn't understand. I didn't understand.
And I think sometimes it's okay
And
not
it
to
made it
understand.
Difficult to accept.
Yeah.
Because you don't understand like how this has happened.
Why?
Yeah.
What did I do to you, or was it my fault? Should I act different
It
next
was-
time? And it's like,
yeah.
no. But this is the thing. After you get those answers, it's like actually they didn't
They
help
don't
in
make
any
any difference. Yeah.
because it just doesn't make
And
sense.
and in that context, it would have never been
You never would have got the closure you needed. You
truthful.
never would
It
have got the
would've-
answer.
yeah, I would have gotten what I was.
Because a lot of the time people don't even have the answers themselves. They don't know why they did what they did. They just do it. So if they don't know themselves, what are they going to tell you?
Nothing. But there you go. Yeah, she was advocate for you don't need closure. I was advocate for talk your shit. If you need to say something to somebody, say it.
People stop reaching out to your exes for closure. Stop.
Don't reach out for your exes for closure once it's done and done with. But
No,
when
if
it's
done,
fresh and
don't
you need
get
answers,
what do you need closure for?
if you need
For what?
answers to
For
something,
what? They're not going to lie. They probably don't know that either not going to be truthful because they're not truthful to themselves. They're going to lie to you to spare your feelings. Like, what's the point?
I need you to never come back into my life. So in
Yeah,
order for
so-
you never to come back to my life, we need to talk for the last time, and I tell you, you tell me. That's it. Done. We don't ever speak ever again.
I don't think
Because don't now, let's not speak on it, and then 2 years later or a year later, you have dropped back in my life. Hey, big head, how you doing? I don't want that. That chat that we had, that was the last chat that we were.
Yeah, but that's closure for you. That's your timeline.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily closure for them because
No,
people
it's
still
not
pop
about
up a
them.
whole year later
Yeah.
messaging.
In fact, I think there's almost like a difference with men and women. Like we want something quite immediate. Like that's when we can even deal with it or entertain it. Like in the moment or right after is when we can even be open to like conversations.
Yeah.
But for men, they want it to settle.
on,
They want to have the time
don't
to
feel
have
it yet.
thought about
Yeah.
it and maybe at some point some external factor makes them even realize it, and then they're coming like years later. But by that time, we are totally, it's totally irrelevant. Like,
You helped me. You were so
Yeah.
good to me. I miss you.
Who are you again?
So,
how do you even know my details?
there's so much of a disconnect there because by then we don't need it.
No.
We don't want it. It doesn't make any difference to us.
No, it doesn't. It's too late. Like, I've
That's-
already helped myself. I've already said sorry to myself
Yeah,
for what you did to me.
exactly.
It's done.
So
Yeah, it's okay.
makes no difference whatever you have to say.
Agreed. But yes, ladies, friendships, navigation, helping each other heal. It's important.
Yeah, I think
Really
one good
important.
thing is knowing your friend's love language as well. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. If you know who your friend is, you'll know how to approach a situation.
Yeah, I was just
But
gonna say that
if
actually.
it's
Like I was
something
gonna
new-
ask you,
Yeah.
like, what are the things that you like have in mind when you're helping your friend like deal with stuff? Like that?
Their love language to a certain degree and what they like. So like when we sent you flowers, I thought, yeah, you'd like flowers.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, that was really nice actually, because that was a tough week.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, flowers, you guys. And I think we put Ari's name on it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, just knowing your friend's love language, if it's quality time or gifts
Yes,
or
actually. There are some
words
people
of
that would want you to sit
affirmation.
with them, just let's sit down quiet and watch something for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, or let's just eat and pig out and just
Yeah.
not do anything.
yeah. I think
it's quite interesting the things that bring you comfort. Because I remember when I got back, both of my brothers were here, and I just thought, okay, I can deal. Like I
What a
literally sat
blessing.
in between them
Yeah.
to watch a movie, and I felt like I actually feel safe. Like, yeah, it's interesting the things that bring you comfort. Where other people's like, please, I want to be totally by myself. I don't want to be around anyone.
yeah, that's me.
You didn't want to talk. This is you. Guys, I don't know. I'm driving, but it's chaos. What is it? Tommy's like, wow, do you just want to sit down? Talk to us about how you're feeling. She's like, I don't have time. Like, I'm going to my next location and you're on the TomTom, so I have to hang out, but I'll call you right back. Bro. But yeah, I feel like with friendships, yeah, you really have to be selfless when it comes to when things happen in a friendship. You have to remove yourself and kind of think about the person that's going through something, because you can equally just forget and just kind of like, oh yeah, you're going through that, I forgot. And it's like, you have to really be intentional in terms of someone's going through something. I have to make that effort of checking in, calling, just random message, or saw something and I thought of you, or randomly going on their page and just commenting or liking, or just
Even one be like, oh, how's Tommy today? I'm just like,
this is your
woman.
mom. She's fine. I had a dream about her, checking on her. Hi, you're right.
no, not even that. I was just like, Mom, I don't want to be messaging her every day. I don't want it to be like the center of the friendship.
Yeah.
And obviously she's having a good day. I don't want to be like, oh, how are you feeling today?
Yeah, reminding you.
Yeah, so it's, you have to like kind of find the balance.
Yeah. Listen to me, why'd you cut your hair? I remember messaging you going, there must be a reason why you cut your hair.
Yeah, because I didn't know what
I had
happened.
no idea. And I said to her, I've always
No,
had this
you said it
quote.
to me.
Yeah.
And I was, when you said it, I was just like, boy.
This
And you knew what was going on right
yeah.
now.
And I said, it's 30 December, what the hell are you talking about? Like, come on, it's a holiday, it's a good time, you're home. And I know you love going back home during December because you get to actually spend time with your family.
Yeah.
So, and then I messaged you, I'm like, Tommy, you cut your hair, and it says, Chanel says a woman that cuts her hair is about to make a big decision in her life.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what? This is me. Anyways, I was like, yeah, your hair looks really nice, and this is like the best cut I've ever seen you in. And you're like, really? I said, yeah, babe, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and I was just like, well, I've always wanted to do it, which is true. I think it just happened to be the right timing. I'd been wanting to do it for a while, like I'd saved the style I wanted and whatever. And the person that was the only reason why I didn't do it was out of my life, so it was like,
Can you imagine?
great.
Did you see how it worked out? Like, so strange.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't want me to, and now that you've gone, I've done it, and I'm at my best.
Yeah, so it was like, there you go. Yeah, and I did it. And
I was so
loved
shocked when she did it because I would have thought you would have done it in England.
Yeah.
I thought you would have trusted.
it.
somebody to
Yeah.
cut
A
it
lot
off.
of people were like, "What you doing in Nigeria?" I was like,
That to me was like,
I saw a girl with a nice cut.
Yeah.
Saw where she went. I was like, oh yeah.
Mm.
But then I guess it's part of like where my mind was at. It was kind of just like
Whatever, innit?
Yeah.
I was like,
Trip
no, I
me
don't
up.
like it. Like
I've got wigs.
yeah,
Both
on
me
the
out if
wigs.
you have to.
Whatever.
Patch it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at those times you need something that will kind of like distract you a little bit. At least something new is happening in your life.
Definitely.
So
Absolutely.
child.
But ladies, gentlemen, if you guys are going through anything in terms of like relationships and bad breakups, you're going to be okay. I promise you.
I promise you.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Mhm.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You're gonna be okay.
I
Time is the
can
best
actually
healer.
agree to that.
Yeah.
Because at the time it was just like, how, when, and I wanted, yeah, and like, because I don't like being sad, I wanted it to just be like, okay, come on, like, hurry up, and then it's also a roller coaster as well. So you'll have your days where you're like, oh, okay, I don't feel so bad, and then the next week you're like, Jesus.
The 7 stages of grief, that still applies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You will go through 7 stages
Yeah,
until
I
you
know
get
people
to...
always like, one day it will just not feel as bad, and literally one day it just did not feel as bad, and now I'm almost at the point where it's like, that happened.
Yeah, this is you. Well, wow.
What are you gonna do?
Well.
It happened. It is what it is.
Which is so crazy. To
Yeah.
think.
Whereas when I was in the Pates, it was nasty.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
Keep going, and honestly, be strong, and that's why you always have to have your own life,
Absolutely.
because that's one thing that I can absolutely say helped me. Like, I had a very full life, like that was full of me, like so the ones that concerned the person, just sweep it away, and you still have your whole life.
That's
Whereas
true, actually.
if your life is literally
revolves around that person.
then that's when you're absolutely fucked.
And when all your friendships are all
intertwined together and blended in.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, I could very easily just
Move
pick
you
it away
aside,
and that was it.
And I carry on.
And you
because
carry on.
I can still see the light. I still see my future. Still there. Have good friends as well.
Yeah.
Have good friends.
And if you're someone and your friend is going through a breakup, just be a good friend. Be there.
Be there.
Cool, go out, keep them occupied, pray for them.
Be
saw
observant.
something.
Be observant.
I think my friends were very observant. Very, very observant. Yeah. Very observant. And then it's a balance between, what their requirements are based on who they are, but what they actually need.
And this is the love language stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
So you have to know what their love language is, but after a while, you also have to be like, actually, but maybe you need some. I need to tell you some facts now.
Because when you got to time, it's just like,
she said, it's time.
it's time.
And that's quite interesting, actually, because it's not like, bear in mind, I'm not like wallowing, I'm not like looking like a shadow of myself, but it was still like, this is not quite you, so
you're a funny girl, you're not funny anymore. What's going on? Like, you're not busting.
You just look sad. Like, your demeanor is a bit.
You have that demeanor of, when you're around colleagues at work.
But you can tell when she's checked out, mentally, like checked out. Of
You're there, but
conversation.
you're not there.
Yeah, they're not there. Yeah, just
so
yeah,
wild.
yeah, and just be observant.
Yeah,
Just be observant. Yeah,
that's so true. You have to, and you can't just think, anyways, she's going through something, but that's just life. You don't do stuff like that. Don't do that when it's your friends and it's people you love.
That's true.
but yeah.
I think that's us on all that topic, isn't it?
It's quite a deep one, wasn't it?
It is. Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're gonna have to love you and leave you. It's been lovely. Please.
I was about to say, until next time, stay safe traveling.
Stay
Stay safe traveling.
Not a quote.
Literally.
Not the motto.
Goodness. Yeah.
Okay. Well, It's been a blast, you guys.
Yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.